Man, what's going on, my ASVAB party people? Anderson here, your ASVAB coach. So we've got paragraph comprehension, and so we're gonna do a quick preview problem for it. And always with paragraph comprehension, it's all about knowing what strategies to apply. That way you know exactly what to do instead of clamoring up with test anxiety or kind of having that little bit of that stress, make you make bad decisions. So there are 5 different types of paragraph comprehension questions. This is called an inferencing factual question. So we're gonna dominate this, but before we do, this program is everything that you need. So if you're having issues raising your score, getting past test anxiety, confidence issues, and really needing someone to help guide you in a more personal level, as opposed to maybe trying to learn from a textbook that doesn't make too much sense, I got you. So the program here, it really does have everything anybody needs to learn on their time and their way. Between the classes and the other reliable resources like the courses, video solutions, practice tests, and even being able to text me when you need help, that's really the difference maker when it comes to raising your score. Because you're going to replace test anxiety with strategy and confidence that you'll be able to look at any problem and say, okay, this is how we need to start. This is the direction we need to take. And then, even if you get a question wrong while you practice, you'll be able to learn the why and not just try to memorize questions. And so I just wanted to throw that out there for my party people out there who are really trying to raise their scores the right way. Go ahead and shoot me a text or check the link in the description if you want to learn more. I'm here for you all day. But with that said, let's get started. And obviously, my big old head's in the way right here with the wordage here. So let me make myself smaller before we begin. Whoop! All right, cool. So let's get started here. In the physiological reaction of, look, here's the first tip of the day. Don't read the passage first. Just like in word problems with math, I don't want you to read the question, the whole problem first. You're not doing that. What you need to do is go straight to the question. Going straight to the question helps you identify the type of question you're dealing with. So for example, right here, which of the following statements can be implied from the passage? So right there, this tells you the type of question that you're dealing with. Again, there are 5 types of questions on paragraph comprehension. Inferencing factual, which is what this is. We'll go over the strategy. Then you also have quote questions, tone questions, next sentence questions, and sequence of events. Now you can have variations, and there's some less common ones out there, but those are the 5 main ones that you'll deal with. But the primary one, the one that you'll see a lot of, is this, inferencing factual. So what does this mean? When you see that word there, implied, what you're basically saying is, hey, which of these choices, which of these answers is supported by the passage? Which of these answers is supported by the passage? Again, I'm not saying which of these answer choices is true, because it's not about what you know, it's about what the passage is telling you, what the passage is giving to you as a fact or a big supported statement. So again, it's not about what you know, it's about what the passage is saying. That's why a lot of people fail the paragraph comprehension. They try to use their knowledge. So here we go. Which of the following can be implied? Sounds great. And so you have everything here, and it says it's about goosebumps. So you don't have to read the answer choices first. You have the option. You can go back and forth however you like. But reading the question first tells you that you can do that. If you had a tone question or a next sentence question, if you read the answers first, you're done. It's going to get you, one of the answers is going to look good, or maybe 2 or 3 of them. Then you get confused and you're going to start debating with yourself. So here, inferencing factual questions, go ahead and start with the question, and then go ahead, you can choose which one you want to do. Typically, I start with the passage. So here we go. In the physiological reaction of goosebumps, small muscles attached to individual body hairs contract, leading to standing hairs. This inherited ability is from our ancestors. It was a way for their, at the time, fluffier coats of body hair to capture air beneath it in order to retain heat. So goosebumps also used to cause our ancestors to appear bigger than they were, in turn helping to ward off predators in dangerous situations. All right, sounds good. So that was a lot, right? That was definitely a lot. But the thing is, with paragraph comprehension, reading the passage should maybe take us 20, 30 seconds. Still giving us a minute and a half to really figure out what the answer is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to read the choices here, and we're going to ask ourselves, after we read A, is that going to be supported by the passage? Again, it's not about what we know, it's about what's supported by the passage. So A, let's try it out. Goosebumps are still useful in helping to retain heat. Is that true? Okay, sweet. So it was a way for their, at the time, fluffier coats of body of body hair to capture air beneath it in order to retain heat. So here's the problem with A. Still useful to retain heat. At the time, retain heat. So back then, A is going to be incorrect. A is not supported. The passage says that the goosebumps, that reaction was used to capture heat when we had fluffier coats of hair. Now, no, not so much. So A, incorrect. You see where I'm going with this? Again, only go with what the passage is telling you, okay? So before we continue, if you like the way that we're presenting this information about paragraph comprehension, but you're still feeling frustrated because you don't think that you have enough practice and enough guidance, that's what our program is for. In our program, you're going to get access to our paragraph comprehension bootcamp, which offers over 200 practice questions. That way, you can go ahead and practice the right way and build your confidence up. And on top of that, you're going to get access to over 100 recorded lessons for paragraph comprehension, going through more problems, going through those strategies. That way you have enough content to take you from where you are to the score that you need. So check the link out in the description of this video. That way you can learn how to stress less, score higher, and get the job you deserve. Let's get back to the video, but don't forget, click that link and see how you can raise your score. So B, goosebumps no longer cause us to look that much more intimidating. So goosebumps no longer cause us to look that much more intimidating. Okay, so here's the key here. No longer. So we're talking about a difference in time periods here. Okay, so no longer look intimidating. Okay, let's see where we can find that here. I think it was right here at the last sentence. Let's check it out here. Goosebumps also used to cause our ancestors to appear bigger than they were, keyword were, in turn helping to ward off predators in dangerous situations. Okay, so right there. Also used to cause our ancestors to appear bigger than they were, in turn helping to ward off predators in dangerous situations. So again, that context there is talking about what this used to do. And so if you think about this in the sense of a different example, you can say, if I were to say, I used to love ice cream, what does that mean? If I say that I used to love ice cream, what does that imply about today? Well, that means that maybe I don't love ice cream, right? If I say I used to love ice cream, then maybe that's not true today. That can be implied. That's a safe assumption to make because you're using the word used to as a comparison, the past versus now. And so B is a supported statement here. B is a supported statement. Now, let me go ahead and show you C and D because B is the correct answer. Let me show you why C and D are incorrect because again, it's not about knowing what the right answer is. It's also about knowing why the wrong answers are wrong. Like that's really what paragraph comprehension is about. So here, C, goosebumps are slowly being written out of our genetics since we no longer have much use for them. Now, is that a true statement? Potentially, yeah. That is possibly, yeah, scientifically, yeah. But according to the passage, did the passage say that? Did the passage say that? No, the passage didn't say that at all anywhere. And so that's why C is incorrect. Although it is a true scientific statement, again, it's not what the passage is saying. Remember, it's about what the passage is saying, not about what you know. D, goosebumps occur when we are cold or in stressful situations. All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and see here. So goosebumps occur when we're in cold or stressful situations. Let's see. Well, when we are in cold or stressful situations, talking about the present, is that what the passage is saying? Used to cause our ancestors appear bigger than they were. So that was a dangerous or stressful situation in the past. This here is talking about the present. There's the trick there. If you would have picked D, I would have leveled with you and said, yeah, okay, I can see where you're coming from. But this is a tougher question because you really have to understand which answer choices are talking about the past versus the present. And so that's why paragraph comprehension can be very difficult for a lot of people. But if you know what to look for, I'm telling you, it's going to make your life so much easier. And it takes practice. It definitely does. And so with that said, my party people, again, I'm Anderson, your ASVAB coach. We have a full 2-hour class on this and it's part of my full program. So go ahead, make sure to text me. There's going to be a picture right after this video is over. That way you can see the information in the program. Shoot me a text if you want to learn more about it. And the link to the program is in the description of this video. I want to see you in there because I want you to get the score you want and that job you deserve. So again, I'll see you in there. Let's ace the ASVAB, and I hope you guys have a good day. See you next time. And before you go, if you like what you saw and you want to raise your score with thousands of practice problems just like that, so you can lower that test anxiety, raise that confidence, go to this link right here to check out the full program. There's a video that shows you exactly how it works, but you're going to get lessons, guided practice, worksheets, speed drills, and everything that you need to feel supported from day one all the way until you pass. Again, I'm Coach Anderson, and I'll see you soon.